Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Teacher Development Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I am Sabah, and we have Fiona with us today. We will be exploring a very exciting topic today, which is food. Hello, Fiona. How are you?
I'm fine. Good to speak to you again. How are you?
I'm very well, Fiona. Thank you for joining us today. We are very interested to learn about our topic for today. So, to begin with, tell us about the lesson on food.
Well, it's a nice lesson. It's very simple, very easy, and I think you could do it really with any group of students, various levels. I like it because it's not complicated, and I think it's something that you could easily motivate the children to speak about.
I'd like to ask which children would enjoy this lesson?
Well, as I said, it's a primary lesson. It's level one, so A1 level for the kids. But I think you could probably use it from grade one to grade five. I think it would be fine any level. Either lower or raise your expectations in their productivity, doing what they can with the language they know. But I think even grade one students could cope with this.
And would you need to adapt it?
Yes, you could. Not necessarily, but I think because it's about food, in the lesson we've got flashcards and they're, very normal things: chicken, bread, rice, chips, hamburgers, potatoes, salad, things like that. But if you wanted to bring in, more local varieties of food, I think you would need to create your own flashcards. But really, there's not an awful lot apart from that to adapt because, as I say, it's very, very simple, the materials and the lesson plan.
All right. And I would like to explore a little bit more about using this lesson. So, which grammar and vocabulary points does it cover?
So it's very much vocabulary based. So you've got the different words for food. In addition to that, you can categorize the food. So you can introduce exciting words like crunchy, soft, sweet, salty, bitter, sour, and sort of different textures. So chewy, that kind of thing. So and because you get the children, well, the teacher as well, everybody's invited to bring in two food items. So if it's a face-to-face class, the children would bring in their food items. If it's online, they would also bring in their food items and show them on the screen. So, there's quite a lot of scope for the children themselves choosing what they want to talk about. In terms of grammar, it's quite simple. It's do you like or do you not like? So you have to guess when the person brings in the two items of food, the others have to guess which one they like and which one they don't like. So there's something about that. So that's the grammar. Do you like, don't you like, or let me guess. But there's not really an awful lot of grammar. It's more about describing the food and categorizing. So you could also categorize them into healthy, unhealthy. So food you like, food you don't like. You could categorize it, as I said, into the different descriptions. So soft, sweet, chewy, crunchy, things like that. And a lot of scope for speaking skills. So a lot of scope for the children to be speaking and asking each other about the food that they like, the food that they don't like.
That's an interesting learning opportunity. And which skills will the students use during this lesson?
So I've said, yes, so speaking. There's a nice kind of exercise where they create a monster and then they have to imagine what this monster eats. So they create a menu for the monster. Well, they decide that the monster's hungry, so what does the monster want to eat? But they can also create the monster restaurant with a monster menu, which gives room for a little bit of imaginative work. So that would be written. But again, there's not, a lot of grammar involved in writing about, in writing a restaurant menu. Again, it's just really practicing vocabulary.
This is indeed a fascinating topic for the kids. My last question, Fiona, is that which activity do you like best?
Well, there's a link to a song on the Learn English Kids website. Well, it's not really a song, it's a chant. You think of a food and you make that the name of that food into a chant, and they've got rather nice drum background and it's modeled so you can hear this chant, but then it would be really easy to use that and create new verses using the food that the children themselves have brought into class. So I think that would be really, really nice and really good for pronunciation and also memorizing vocabulary, that kind of work.
All right. Thank you for sharing this lesson concept with us, Fiona. It was a pleasure to have you here with us today.
It was lovely talking to you, Saba, and I do hope you try out this lesson with your students.
Of course. Thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this podcast on food. We will be back soon with another interesting topic. Goodbye.